Imagine a world where every promise, law, story, and name vanished the moment the speaker died. For most of human existence, that was reality. Then, more than 5,000 years ago, people discovered a way to make words survive their creators. Around 3200 BCE, in the growing cities of southern Mesopotamia, especially Uruk in what is now Iraq, scribes began pressing signs into damp clay. At first, these marks were practical. They counted grain, animals, bread, and beer. But simple accounting slowly became something far more powerful. Pictures turned into organized signs, and signs became cuneiform, the wedge-shaped writing system used for languages such as Sumerian and Akkadian. Almost at the same time, another writing tradition appeared in ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphs combined pictures, sounds, and symbols of meaning. They were carved into stone monuments, painted in tombs, and later written in faster forms on papyrus. Writing was no longer only a memory aid. It could preserve royal names, prayers, taxes, contracts, letters, and stories. Yet the history of writing is not a straight line from one civilization to the entire world. In China, recognizable early Chinese characters appear on Shang dynasty oracle bones around 1200 BCE. In Mesoamerica, writing systems also developed independently, and some ancient scripts still challenge us. The Indus script, used more than 4,000 years ago in South Asia, remains undeciphered. Thousands of signs survive, but their voices are still silent. One of the greatest changes came from the idea of the alphabet. Earlier systems could require hundreds of signs. During the second millennium BCE, alphabetic experiments appeared in the eastern Mediterranean and Sinai. The Phoenicians later used a compact alphabetic system that spread widely through trade. The Greeks adapted related signs and made vowels a regular part of their alphabet. From Greek came important later traditions, including the ancestor of the Latin alphabet used for English today. But writing still depended on what people could write on. Clay was durable but heavy. Stone could survive for centuries but was difficult to carry. Papyrus was light, yet depended on special materials. In China, paper changed the story again. Archaeological evidence shows forms of paper by the 2nd century BCE. In 105 CE, the court official Kai Lun was traditionally credited with major improvements to papermaking. Over time, this flexible material spread across Asia and eventually westward. For centuries, books still had to be copied by hand. A skilled scribe could preserve knowledge, but copying was slow and expensive. Then, in the 15th century Europe, Johannes Gutenberg helped transform communication with movable metal type and a mechanical printing system. In Mainz, Germany, his famous Bible was produced around 1455. Now, one set of written words could be reproduced again and again with remarkable speed and consistency. Writing had begun as marks for counting goods. It became a machine for carrying memory across distance and time. It preserved the Epic of Gilgamesh, royal decrees, private letters, scientific ideas, religious traditions, business records, poems, and ordinary names that might otherwise have disappeared. And perhaps that's the strangest part of its history. Every time you read words written by someone who is gone, you were doing something our distant ancestors could not do. You are hearing a human mind across time. Writing did not simply record civilization. In many ways, it became one of the tools that made civilization remember itself. If you enjoy stories like this, please follow for more hidden history and untold stories from around the world.